Now, he has characterized his sermons with a truth-to-power approach, holding back no punches as he tackles governance and politics in Kenya. Months after he transitioned into a new role, the outspoken Reverend Sammy Wainaina landed back in Kenya with a sermon that called out the Kenya Kwanza government for what he termed a clear show of lack of integrity and poor leadership. Well, tonight, in an interview with Ngina Kirori, Reverend Sammy Wainaina elaborates more on why he believes the church has fallen silent during critical times and why President Ruto's government has fallen far from the glory it enjoyed at its inception.
Listen to the president when he was campaigning. He said, actually in the presidential debate, he actually said that the cost of fuel in Kenya is because of overtaxation.
50% almost of the cost of fuel in Kenya is taxes. I think it's time as a country we looked at, I think there are 15 different taxes on fuel. And I think it's time we looked at how else do we raise revenue.
Did you use facts to win my vote, but after winning my vote, you are not now serving me? And I see that with politicians generally. It is also known that you don't overtax your people to prosperity. Mr. President, cut your motorcade. Why should you have 100 vehicles? In London, I meet the king in the streets. He has only 2 vehicles and 2 outriders. I meet the prime minister. They even used to ride bikes there. I work with the Archbishop of Canterbury. We get into the trains, the underground trains with him. We even walk in London. What is it, this thing about power and opulence around it? Even in England, I pay tax, and a lot of tax. But you know what? I go to the hospital, I pay nothing. My children go to school, I pay nothing. Can you tell me, in this country, how many fundraisings have to be done when somebody gets sick? You know it's so dangerous in Kenya to get sick. So taxation in any part of the world happens, but services are provided for the people. How do you explain a whole country being in darkness? And not only for a few minutes, but almost a whole day. And it becomes perennial. So as an investor, would I want to bring my money here? No. Kenya will need a tough president. Not a hallelujah president. And you use religion to cover yourself as a politician. You know, that's dangerous. And you even make Christianity really look bad. Unfortunately, the church seems to be in bed with government. They seem to have benefited from government in the fundraisings, in the brown envelopes. The church has become a beneficiary of state. Clergy have become brokers, political brokers. The provost is back and he has picked from where he left. That's not a compliment. Actually, that's very sad. I shouldn't be the one speaking about these things. We have people who are seriously committed, seriously. But not everybody has the courage to say some of the things that I say. But I've seen my own Archbishop, Sapit, actually tell the government, somebody like Archbishop Muheria and the others, they are remnants, they are there sincerely. But what I want to hear them is to speak louder, to speak consistently. Governments in Kenya have suffered trust deficits. Nobody can trust them. But this one will suffer most because Ruto came out as a guy who has solution. Sorry, he hasn't. And he has disappointed me as a person. I'll tell him straight that on his face and tell him, Mr. President, I would not give you my vote. And you know why I'm even getting tougher with the current government? Because they provoke the name of God in whatever they do. Don't show piousness on a Sunday and on Monday morning, you sound very different, threatening people and telling them that that sword you are given is not a knife to cut sukuma wiki, that you'll deal with people. We don't want autocratic president. We want a president, yes, with power, but not threatening people. I think one of the things, if I was to meet the president, is to tell him, empower your cabinet secretaries. Let them work for you. Don't center everything around yourself. You keep justifying about your international travel. You don't need to be everywhere. Please, empower your CSS. I want to see practical solutions to the challenges of the people. And that one will be my motivation all my life.